power of Hitbodedut and the value and the benefit of Hitbodedut, which is private, secluded meditation, is of paramount importance. It gives a person that calmness in life, to have that balance in life, to be able to remember, to remain focused in life, and to remember your purpose, and not to get carried away with whatever's happening in life. Hitbodedut does that job perfectly. Rabbi Nachman once said that when Mashiach will come, he's going to come suddenly, and because of that, the people in the world, the Jewish people, they're going to not be able to receive him properly because they were too busy running around in life getting things done. But Rabbi Nachman said those people who took time aside every day to just close everything, turn off their cell phone, to close the door, lock the door, they're not here, and to spend a secluded time with Hashem, those people manage to grasp every day a calmness of the mind, and in that merit to be able, when Mashiach comes suddenly, not to become crazy and afraid and upside down by this sudden, and I want to say unexpected, but it's unexpected arrival of Mashiach. And this is one of the main benefits of Hitbodedut, as it gives a person, on a daily basis, it gives a person this ability to remain focused in life and to have that calmness of a clear perspective. Rav Shik, who passed away last year, he was once speaking to a Holocaust survivor who hid in the forest, and it was one of the partisans. And this person told him that the majority of the Jews who were hiding in the forest, they were hiding there for months, not just a week or a few weeks. For months they were hiding there. It could even go over, to some cases, over a year. The Jews were hiding in the forests. So many of them, after the Holocaust, they went nuts. They went cuckoo. They went crazy because of being alone for so long, away from society, away from salvation. Away from society and movement of city life. Most of them couldn't handle it. And he told Rav Shik, that the Breslov Hasidim, who were part of the partisans who hid there, for them it was like an opportunity of Gan Eden, of the Garden of Eden, to be alone for such a long time with Hashem in the forest, to be alone, secluded. For them it was such a delight, because you learn to appreciate what it means to be alone with Hashem, who is especially hidden in nature, like that. Like Rabbi Nachman suggested, to seclude yourself by ideally to go to a forest, to a place where people are not there during the day and even not there during the night, and to be there and to feel that oneness and closeness to Hashem. It's something so special. In a way, it's a taste of Gan Eden already on earth, to be able to take time just to be alone with Hashem. It's of paramount importance, again, because it gives a person the right perspective, the right lens to be able to focus and to look at life. And this is something very important, why it's so, and again, the word Hitbodedut in the translation doesn't translate as meditation. It translates as boded, to be alone. And this is really one of the blessings that Am Yisrael is given at the end of the Torah by Moshe, right? Betach badad, that the Jewish people, it's by the blessings of Bilam, my apologies, of Bilam. Betach badad, am levadad yishkon. It's a nation that's able to live alone. What does it mean to live adad? Not just the simple translation that they're a nation onto their own, and they single out, they succeed in sticking out to be a unique nation. That's the simple translation. But levadad yishkon can also mean that they mastered to know how to do Hitbodedut, to know how to seclude themselves, and by secluding themselves, to develop a relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Many of the tzaddikim, indeed Rabbi Nachman teaches all the tzaddikim, they made it to become who they became specifically because of this devotion of seclusion and meditation. It's known, for example, about the Arizal, that he spent the vast majority of his life growing up in Egypt secluded. He had a place where he was able to be secluded and learn and pray, and he reached that high level because of the seclusion. Rabbi Nachman himself said about himself that he reached his levels especially specifically through the time that he invested in going out to the meadows and the forest and the Ukraine and spending a lot of time in meditation, talking to Hashem in a secluded manner. And quoting the Gemara says that alvai, if only a person would be able to pray all day long, because when a person's in seclusion, in this meditation, he's mainly doing what? He's talking to Hashem, he's praying. That's the main goal. It's not just a thinking period, but it's a time to express yourself also, being alone and expressing yourself with God. And this prayer is what Rabbi Nachman said brought him to his high level. He said about himself, Rabbi Nachman, if he would have known of the value of Hitbodedut at the beginning of his life, like he did at the end of his life, he would have never done all the types of self-mortification that he did on his body, such as fasting and going into a freezing ice-cold mikveh, doing all types of things to break his lusts. If he would have known the power of just talking to Hashem in a secluded manner, he would have never spent time in doing what he did. We should be zoche to utilize the gift of Hitbodedut, have it in our pockets, and to reach a level like Rav Nosson said about himself. I've done so much Hitbodedut in my life, Rav Nosson said, that I cannot now do anything without first talking to Hashem about it. He reached a level where it became like an instinct, like a reflex, automatically, that before doing anything, he would automatically talk to Hashem. But there were Breslov Hasidim in the previous generation. One, his name was Rav Shmuel Horvitz. They would see him on the streets here in Jerusalem, always moving his lips. They said he looked like a bird chirping. He was moving his lips always, and people were wondering what's he doing. And the Breslovers knew he was talking to Hashem non-stop. He may have been with people on the street walking and everything, but really he was totally separate. He was totally secluded. He was in his world and just investing his time in talking to Hashem. They say that the lips are like a mill which grinds flour, wheat to make it flour. That so long as there's wheat to grind, the mill works. If there's no more flour to grind, the mill stops working. So too, you have to have your mill of the mouth constantly in use. You want it to make it useful. Say words of Hitbodedut. B'ezrat Hashem, we should be zocheh to use our weapons of talking to Hashem properly.